Hey dear friends, very warm welcome you all to my YouTube channel English Zone. Friends, this is the very important topic of English literature and the topic we will discuss is related to William Shakespeare's important literary works. Friends, in this video you will get how William Shakespeare's literary career was divided, most important plays which he had written that was related to which period. You will get all related information regarding his comedies, historical plays, and tragedies and tragic comedies in this particular video of William Shakespeare's literary works. This is very important for your exam prospect. That's why I have made this important video for you all so that you can get to know which period Shakespeare has written his important literary works, important plays, and short story and uh, sonnets, and also the particular information how his literary career was divided, by which name we all know his careers. That was the peak time when was the peak time of his literary career. So you will get to know each and every information related to literary works of William Shakespeare in this particular video of English literature on English Zone. So let's begin the video of William Shakespeare's literary works. So friends, here we have William Shakespeare's literary works. Friends, we all know that William Shakespeare was the greatest dramatist of English literature ever we had, and he was one of the finest poet of his time. He has written poems, sonnets, and greatest tragedies of his time. His tragedies are even today they are worth to see, worth to act, and his poems still inspire us. That's why his literary career has a very vast literary works we have in English literature. That's why his literary works were divided into four periods. His literary career was divided into four periods that were reflecting the artistic development, artistic skills of William Shakespeare. The very first period of his literary career is the early experiment, which was that when he reached England, when he came England, London, from that time, the first period of Shakespeare's literary career was started that we all know as early experiment, which was from 1590 to 1594. Friends, this was the period of experimentation and it was marked by youthfulness, imagination, because he was the new here in his in the literary of English literature, in the field of English literature, and that's why imagination, youthfulness, enthusiastic and extravagance of language that were we have seen in his early period or in the first period of the works of William Shakespeare. The plots were not too much tight; they were not up to the mark. Which plays he has written in the first period of his literary career. Some important works, some important plays and poems of the first period we have here. The Comedy of Errors, Henry VI. It also has a first, second, and third, and it was about to be written in the year 1591. Richard III, 1593. It was imagined to be written, and also The Taming of the Shrew, which was about to be written in the year 1592. Titus Andronicus. Next is The Two Gentlemen of Verona, which was about to be written in 1593, King John. And also we have Venus and Adonis, which was the poem of William Shakespeare and written in the first period of his literary career. Also The Rape of the Lucrece. This was the poem of William Shakespeare of the first period, which was known as the early experiment of William Shakespeare's literary career. Second period of his literary career is which was known as the development. It was the period of development. He has learned something from the uh, whatever fault he has done in the first period. He has learned something from that, and which was this was the period from 1595 to 1600. It was the period of rapid growth and development in the artistic skills of the William Shakespeare, and he has shown some kind of carefulness and better plots we have in this period of William Shakespeare. And also the plays which he has written in this period, they were very close to the human nature. There was no artificiality in the plays which he has written in this period, as we have got the in the very first period of his literary career. So there was no kind of artificiality. We have kind of some original works, some kind of human nature related plays he has written in this particular second period, which is known as the development. And the important plays we have in this period: A Midsummer Night's Dream, which was about to be written in 1596. Richard II in 1595 it was written. Love's Labour Lost, Romeo and Juliet. This is the one of the romantic play he has written. The Merchant of Venice. This is also a very important play of William Shakespeare, which was about to be written in 1599. Henry IV, part first and second we have. This is kind of historical play, chronicle play we have of William Shakespeare. As You Like It, which it was about to be written in the year 1599. Julius Caesar, one of the greatest king Julius, about the life of the Julius Caesar. It was the play based on and written in the year 1599. Much Ado About Nothing. It was about to be written in 1598. Twelfth Night and Merry Wives of Windsor. We have this play of William Shakespeare, which was the second period of the his literary career, and it was known as the period of development from 1595 to 1600. Friends, next period, which is the third period of William Shakespeare's literary career, which is known as the period of maturity. From 1601 to 1608, this was the time when William Shakespeare got maturity in his literary works, and there was a artistic skills, artistic beautifulness he had in his plays, and plots, characters, they were up to the mark, and that's why in this very period he has written four greatest tragedy of English literature. Now he can very easily differentiate what is verse and what is prose, and sometimes he has used verse in his tragedy also. That's why this was the height of his artistic skill that he has used in his tragedies of the period, which was from 1601 to 1608. And the most important works of this period are Hamlet, which was written about in the year 1602. All's Well That Ends Well, it was written in the year 1608. Measures for Measure, 1604, it was about to be written. Othello, one of the greatest tragedy of English literature and of William Shakespeare as well, that was written in the year 1603. King Lear, one of the greatest tragedy, which was written in the year 1606. Troilus and Cressida, 1602. Macbeth, 1606, it was written. Timon of Athens, Antonio and Cleopatra, and Coriolanus. These are the plays which he has written in the period of his maturity. And this is the very third period of his artistic high, highness, and this was the height of his artistic beauty and skills which he has used in his plays of this time. Next and the last period of his literary career, which was the late experiment from 1609 to 1613. This was also the period of gloom and disappointment. And in this period, the work of William Shakespeare got some kind of calm after a storm, because in his last period or in his third period, he has written some kind of world famous and world recognized great tragedies of English literature. And Shakespeare turned to romance and tragic comedy, which he has written in the period of his last period, and which is known as the late experiment. Some of the great plays of this time was Cymbeline, The Winter's Tale, The Tempest, which is tragic comedy and about to be written in the year 1611, Paracelsus, Prince of Tyre, and also sonnets, which he has written in the year 1609. So, friends, this was all we have discussed, the four important literary period or literary career of William Shakespeare in this particular video. And I have mentioned whatever plays and poems he has written during his literary career in this particular video. And friends, please, if possible, please note down all these important works, important plays of William Shakespeare in your notes. And if you have any question, please comment me. I will answer that questions. And thank you very much for watching this. And if you like the video, please press the like button and keep watching English Zone. You will get the best videos of English literature and very informative video of English literature in this particular channel of mine, that is English Zone. Thank you for watching this.